All right. Welcome one, welcome all. You are listening to the finest podcast in all the land. And maybe you're even watching it on YouTube. It is the Midnight Safety Meeting.
Woo! Oh, that was loud.
That was
Sorry.
a good
Yeah,
woo,
that was a
Good woo.
very... You're quiet, but you have so much potential
So much woo potential.
Woo, girl.
inside your
Just have to
cavernous chest. sir.
Channel my woo.
Channel your inner woo.
Channel my woohoos properly.
Well, welcome to the Midnight Safety Meeting, where our woohoos are strong, and if you've been keeping up, Operation Thomas's Boom Broke Watch is still in full effect. So we're holding the stick of truth here, and we're talking. But with me here, with a functional boom and holding the welcome smoke, that frosted gelato, if I'm not mistaken, or was it frosted gelato cookies?
I believe it was frosted gelato.
Frosted Gelato, the new strain from Good Chem, which we actually need to buy about an ounce more of because we smoked through it pretty quickly. Anyway, this is old Squincy.
Hello.
Squincy is high energy today. We're going to have to rein him in.
Sorry. Let's light this fucking joint. Who are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, that's Stifler over there.
You know me, I'm Stifler.
She handles our CBD stuff. Normally we do some CBD distillate, and she talks about it, but we did not prep that today. She asked about it, and I got distracted. Over there is our super producer, Lee, or, mega producer, nega producer. We'll add more
Nega
adjectives.
Not,
Sonic.
not incredible.
Negasonic
Gotta work
teenage
on that.
producer, Super Lee.
Who just got your acid
I
job?
know. I was literally just thinking about that as I said that.
Did Rick Rubin get the Beastie Boys fucking work? Did he make them go pick fucking bananas or something on the Lower East
I
Side?
smoke pot with Rick Rubin, man.
Did
Every day.
I smoke pot with Johnny Hopkins.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the
all day. Yeah. All right, man. We have got a great show. I don't want to brag or anything, but I don't know if you guys noticed this pen here.
you can't talk about that. You're not supposed to talk about
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually
La, la, la,
secret.
la,
I don't like
it.
la,
No
la,
one
la,
told me
la,
about
la,
it.
la,
So
la,
guess
la,
who's
la.
now in the secret society
You can't tell.
of
You're not-
secrets?
You're literally breaking the rules.
No, first off,
We're gonna take that
were
badge
either
away.
of you in the ceremony with the hoods and the robes?
No, but you
and
told
the-
me all about it.
And the barbed dildo? No, none of you were there. Okay, none of you took that barbed piece of shaft, and I quite frankly don't want to hear it.
They're gonna beat you with that bar piece of shit.
I have
just
joined-
like
when
a
they
Fight Club.
find out.
I love that word, shaft.
Can you dig it? But no, I had a fun time. I got to attend a bud tender meeting, or a bud tender appreciation night. It wasn't really a meeting, to be honest. It was a party. It was an excuse for people to get high and drunk and look at new products.
It is a product tasting, as we prefer to call them in the industry.
Yeah, I'm giving you
So
the
we
real
could-
on that. It is not.
So we can properly sample the products that are available for us to sell and to solicit.
You know,
to
it's a show about
prospective-
pot. We don't actually have to blow smoke up anyone's ass.
Hey, if we
blow
want to start
smoke
getting
into the
sponsors, we
air.
do. You want Paxel to drop to 10 million like they do at CBS? Fuck yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be-
All right. So I got these fun
Blow
cue
that
cards, which you can also. There'll be some Patreon stuff going on a little later. We're still working on how we want to tier out that stuff, but I know one of the things is going to be used cards with this, with the sticker on it. We'll sign it and leave you fun notes.
That he's drooled on and
What are you-
touched and
What are you
molested.
smoking?
And so if you want to clone your
talked about
very
it. Oh,
own
that's right, that's right.
Reverend Thomas Ignatowski, you can do that with one of these cards. It may be a very slow clone.
Everyone needs to see their Reverend
But-
once in a while.
I agree.
You just saw him fucking 2 days ago. You didn't even know who the hell he was, and then you're like, "Oh my God, I am Reverend Jim." Yes,
No,
you
no,
are.
I've said everyone needs to see a Reverend once in a while. I actually wasn't talking about that
You
guy.
need-
You
you need
keep
to
bringing
be-
up from
What
taxi.
the hell is A-Rev? A-Rev?
A Reverend?
Oh, Reverend. Man,
That's a good
I'm
joint.
high. I'm sorry.
A Rav.
Well, as you can see, the good Chem
A-
new
A-Raw.
strains are quite delicious.
Dude, I was gonna
Oh
say I
my
think
God.
it's tasty as shit. Yeah, I
It-
like that.
It's pretty fucking gnarly in terms of like how you can just rip through a joint talking to people with this stuff. Like, it blows my mind how quickly I smoke
Put that in
joints
the middle.
when I'm talking to you folks. All right, so yeah, I went to this bud tending event. Polito was supposed to go, but he decided to be a responsible adult, which is like, why? Oh, that's why. That's why.
Make it rain.
Make it rain that money.
And then I came home to a check too. It was a good day. It was a good
Yeah,
day.
I'm still waiting on mine.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to semi-pro adulting.
Keep it at semi-pro. Don't
That's
go
Good
pro.
way to put
like-
that.
it's
Oh my
like-
god.
Don't ever go full adulting.
Never go full pro adulting like I am next month. But,
So
you
the
know.
event was at Cultivate Synergy, and I think I was expecting something a little different. Paul has been to a lot of these. He didn't really give me the full rundown.
It's a surprise.
It was a surprise.
Yeah.
Correct.
When
I
no
go
one knows
in, you
what
know,
the fuck
you have to have your
doing.
badge for these kinds of things. You have to have your ID because, you know, you want to prove you're of age, even though having the badge typically proves you're of age.
I know, right? I hate that.
It's
You
a
can't use
weird
the badge.
catch-22. Like, are you 21? I'm like, well, if
Here's-
I'm not, then I'm the world's best 18-year-old counterfeiter.
Yeah, you gotta go through some shit to get
I
that, man.
fooled your state agency, which the requirement is 21.
Right.
We just dropped
Which
the
they-
hydraulics.
Have to do a background check on.
Random
Everything.
shout out
More
to the
shit that-
listeners, by the way.
Why?
Because
Because you're awesome. That's
Because
why.
if you're choosing to listen to us without the added visual benefit of at least seeing our cool set, that means you're
And a
probably
shit ton of
interested.
smoke.
I do keep getting distracted with the TV behind you.
Yeah,
I
man. We
kind of
got,
love it though.
yeah, we keep it busy. But anyway, so I go in there and I'm thinking like, because we've been to Cultivate Synergy meetings, and have we posted that video of the meeting yet?
Yeah, it's up. It's up.
So
Yeah,
different.
if you've been to our website, as Paul said, it's so different. Because if you go during the day, during like one of the leads meetings, it's actually really professional and chill, but still professional.
It's like a nice house.
Not nearly as smoky.
Yeah,
Not as smoky.
and that's my next point. I go in there thinking we weren't allowed to, because even at the Groovy launch party, it was kind of like no smoke, just like
Yeah.
vape pens. People, I swear to God, I'd smoke a joint, hand it off, and then immediately there's another one in my hand. Like
And we're calling these tastings.
taste at these tastings, and I tasted a lot of fucking joints.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't. Last time I went, people just like the people that were at the booths were bringing joints too from their own stores too, or whatever.
It's true.
Products.
Oh man, I have so many stories. Okay, let's start with my. I walk in the door. Let's get past all that bullshit. I'm looking at all the vendors, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we-
vendor.
Vendor. Okay.
That's the word. Yeah.
So the
Vendor
vendors are
tables.
there. Who's there? Well, we got Leafia, which is like they're doing really big stuff with like really clear and clean distillates that retain terp. They're kind of a competitor to Laser Cat, because I'm sure you've tasted some of their stuff. They start with a really good cold water hash and then go from there to get like these really clean distillates that also have taste
That
characteristics.
clear shit.
Hey, Bubby. And
Yoroshifu.
so Leafia's cool. Then Harmony was there, classic Harmony. You know, they were kind of like the, you know, they're your old standby when you don't want to like break the bank completely.
I'm gonna
Or
keep.
your mic.
I'm gonna keep saying this. This little tolerance break I have, I don't want to call it a break, but I could tell the difference in flavors and shit now. You know what I mean?
The guy works
That
one
thing tastes-
week at a place and takes a break during working.
When you're a heavy
That thing-
smoker, 1 week is like a year.
True.
That thing tastes amazing. God,
Just the day I ran out of dabs the other day, I was like, oh my god.
what are you gonna do? Yeah.
That was me yesterday.
Been
So
a-
Harmony's there. Our good friends at Fly, providers of great chocolate, were there.
That
and
chocolate fucked me up. Sorry.
team,
Ugh.
they had a chocolate fountain that was medicated. A medicated chocolate fountain.
Wait, Fly brought that?
Yes.
Dude, fuck.
Yes. I wanted
I
to.
was
I
so
wanted to dip my
jealous when I
hand
heard
because I
that.
looked at them. I was like, "This is made with your chocolate," and they were like, "Yes."
Fuck.
I was like, "Can I dip my hand in it?" I just
know
want
if I don't know if I can name drop, but Can Punch did that too because they started making chocolate
to. Oh shit.
and they had a chocolate
Oh.
fountain and shit too.
Oh, so chocolate fountains are a thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, Summit was there. They have a nice office, and I had a really good time at Summit. I'm not a huge. I'll be real. I don't smoke a lot of their products. I've had some of it, and I haven't been like blown away. But what I was blown away with is kind of like how they feel about their products, which sounds a little silly. But I got to talking to their like head of Harvest. His name's Donovan. Real good dude.
All right.
Really friendly guy. Didn't know him. I walk in the little area because by this point I'm 3 dabs in, high off my ass. And I walk into that area, and he just hands me a joint immediately and just starts asking me about me. What do I like about pot? I'm like, are you on a podcast?
Dude, that right there is like enough answer. He just passed you a joint. That's socializing right there, man.
Yeah.
Starting up a conversation.
I'm good.
And then by the time I tell him about the podcast, of course I'm gonna mention it.
Yeah. Shit, I do that on
He's-
the daily now.
Oh,
Just
it-
anyone.
We'll tell Eddiewood about the show. But he
You
was
wouldn't
so
even have to ask.
he was so into it and so he was like so interested in what I thought about the weed, and like while we're talking, one of his guys comes over and hands us a bouquet of vape pens like Stifler has around her neck.
They're gonna say a bouquet of nugs. Had the
Oh.
greatest image.
That'd
in
be
my-
awesome.
Well, they had
Oh.
pre-roll joints you could just take.
Which
you look-
one? Which one's this one?
Oh, that's from a different one. We're gonna get to them.
Okay,
I'm saving that
okay.
one for Polly. But
Oh, that's the one. Word.
anyway, we so I go through the whole thing, and it was he was like we chat, and he's like, hey, come back and tell me about this. Thing is, in the process of going to all of those things, I come back like 3 times as high as I was, and I was already pretty fucking high. So I just kind of mosey out. But I think he was well occupied by that point anyway. But still, Summit has really good interactive customer engagement at these things. I'm finding.
So what did you think of the product?
It was really good. The thing about the downside of these tastings is because of the party atmosphere, you go hard.
Yeah.
And you don't really. The first few you're really cognizant of. By the end you're like higher.
Was there beer?
Higher.
Was there beer there?
Yeah.
They
There were
usually have beer
drinks.
there for free too.
Yeah, I went
Tip
to
your
this-
bartenders.
Tip your
but-
bar and bud tender.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded weird. Bartenders instead of bud tenders. But
So that was cool. Harmony was really neat. So while I'm in the line for Harmony, by the way, this person from Viola comes up. This, to be honest, a very beautiful young woman, the kind of person you would send out for this kind of stuff if you were wanting people to feel comfortable immediately and start dabbing.
sexist.
She had, well, it's not sexist. They had a guy version too.
Oh, good.
A guy version.
Guy version, good.
Yeah, but so
2.0.
Viola was just kind of betting the odds and thinking.
And then,
is
Paul,
Tom gay
they
or
also
not?
had a small red ball of Play-Doh. So for you also had someone representing.
There it is. All right, I was
Yeah.
saying, yes, the
Because
punchline.
if you secretly love boofing Play-Doh,
This guy is 13 years old still. Doesn't even look it. Doesn't even look it.
doesn't look a day over 14. So it was cool. They had it was a duo, and I thought they were boyfriend and girlfriend. And then as the pitch happened, I was like, no, this is eye candy for everyone. They both walk up, and whoever I talk to first is who sticks around. So the lady and it turns out they both walked up, and I just handed one of them one of the mini joints that I was trying to get rid of, so the other one could come in. So she pulls out this Viola dab and this little straw thing, right? And it's got an open coil at the end, and you just,
Yeah.
and suck in, and it's an electric fucking nectar collector.
No shit.
It's an electric nectar collector. I was blown away. I was like, "What is the name of this product?" And she wouldn't tell me. She just told me about the concentrate.
I'm having a hard time picturing this. Describe it again.
Okay,
What is
so
it?
this is the nectar collector.
Yes,
Imagine
yeah.
it's a little wider. It looks like a
Mhm.
vape pen,
Yeah.
except instead of one end you have the mouthpiece. The other end, instead of being like
Covered.
a covered or like a plug-in, it had kind of an exposed heating coil.
Weird.
And you dip that in, and as you suck, it's auto draw. It activates the atomizers, heating up the coil, and then you just, and you don't feel it. I was like, this isn't working in my head. And then I just as I was about to stop and say, I don't think it worked.
Do you know what the coils were made of?
No, again, she wouldn't even tell me the goddamn names.
She was too loud.
Sounds like a bad idea for a fucking stainless steel
That's what I
straw
was thinking
9-volt
too,
battery
man.
and some
Huh.
copper.
I was thinking that all. So I was like, wonder what that could be made of.
Say what you want, it works. So if anyone
Oh,
knows
yeah.
what it is,
Oh,
we'll try to
sure.
get a hold of one and review it, and then we'll also try to hurt ourselves with it.
Exactly.
See if
Worst case,
you
we'll
can
try and
hurt
make
yourself
one here and see if we can hurt
There you
something.
or
go.
yourself. We got 2 cameras now.
Burn a hole in a concrete floor
Hello,
with it or
second
something.
perspective. We're gonna call you Guy at the other end of the table.
Yeah, I forgot you were there. Shit.
Oh man. So and then last but not least, natural remedies.
Good old Natty Rams.
Natty Rims. Paul loves them, and I'm growing to love them, and that is what that beautiful vape
you wanna
pen
try
over
some
there
of
is
this?
for.
I do not. I'm high as shit.
Alright.
That is Natty Rams OG, right?
Yep, that's Natty Rims
Yeah.
OG.
Was it OG? I'm gonna get it wrong. It's OG Kush or purple,
There was no
purple something. It's purple something.
Purple Urkel.
That could be it. Fuck, the people that watch this are gonna be mad at me. People that are from that are gonna be like, shit, this kid
Hey.
worked there for a year.
Well, it's been a while, and shit's
It has.
happened.
It has. I'm not good at my lineage. That comes from the diamonds that they make too. They take the sauce and put that right in the cards.
That is beautiful, and it's
Yeah.
really tasty. And they were so nice. We had a friend of ours, James. There, I ran into him, not expecting to see him.
Let me see it.
So as this nice gentleman is preparing me a dab, I'm like, oh wait, I know you. So mid dab, get a little fist bump in.
Oh, so this is a high terp. They have live resins to it. That shit's insane. High terps are pretty good too. Sorry.
And
Forgot what that was.
I got to try a lot of edibles too.
Wait, what they have at their booth? Sorry, I wasn't listening. What
Oh,
have
they
at their
just had a
booth?
nice dab bar with those pins.
Yeah,
that you
for
could
Can I
sure.
try that?
See now,
Yeah.
when I worked for Natty Rams, I brought all the joints and my own dabs because we ran out of dabs for people. That's how crazy the line was.
Oh,
Which is why I was like, how come the line wasn't long? What the fuck?
Harmony ran out of this stuff called snake poison so quickly, and I wanted to try it so bad.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, God, because it's gonna be like a Durban poison
Yeah.
derivative, so it's gonna be kind of gassy.
Yeah.
All right.
Check out Durban Poison, people.
Durban poison's a classic. It's one of the Hall of Famers for sure.
Look at that dog real
One
quick,
day we will
everyone.
get you a definitive Mount Rushmore of pot. I'm gonna. You know what I'm thinking? Because I brought it up before, and I'm gonna take a census from people who know more than me about pot, and know more than all of us, quite frankly. So every time we talk to an industry professional, I'm just gonna take that poll.
Word.
Poll. And
Yep,
then
there it is. Pop.
and then pop, and then add it all up, and then we'll have you a Mount Rushmore of pot, and we'll try to make that a graphic or something.
Try to change the name to Mount Rushmore to Mount.
Mount-
We'll work on that.
Mount Cushmore.
Ooh, see?
See, I'm
The brains right here.
I've been watching Mad Men, so I'm basically ready to run a marketing company.
Oh my gosh, no.
And I'm also ready to treat women very poorly and smoke inside. All right,
Whiskey.
moving topics a little. Last night I had to grab some stuff for us to review today. Because our last episode, we kind of blended our review with our welcome smoke. Because we hit really that was last episode Plan B. Plan A was not to do what we did in the first time we recorded it, which was essentially talk like we're hanging out.
Oh, that. I just realized what we're talking about.
We're all
Ew.
hanging. So it was very much. It sounded more like us chilling in the living room than actually recording a show. So me and Paul decided to do a little quick recap and just give you guys the nuts and bolts of that.
It's way better.
And which is good because it left you more time to listen to that great performance by
You
the
did a
Angle.
clip show. You did a clip show.
We
It
did a
was-
clip show,
it was-
which is necessary.
And the episode
the
we did
angle.
before that was amazing. It just wasn't right for this podcast.
I totally get why
It'll be
all
there for
my
the
favorite
Patreon
sitcoms
subscribers.
I've done a clip show. You know what I mean?
Huh?
I get why all my favorite sitcoms I've done a clip show.
Yeah.
Because at some point, something happens and you just don't have an episode.
I swear to God, though, I'm watching Drew Carey, and if we do a fucking dance party episode, I am going to poke you in the fucking
no
eye.
dance
Oh,
parties.
it's funny you say that. I actually have a guy, Bass Explosion, going to be performing. He does EDM, and I told him we'd choreograph a dance with glow sticks. So,
And we're going
We
to get
do
James Cameron in here
Son
for
of
the
a bitch.
explosion.
Season 10, we will have enough for a fucking dance party
I
episode.
do have
I-
lots of glow sticks.
I will try to avoid doing a musical episode.
Oh, what?
I will try.
What?
Avoiding it?
I'm going to avoid it.
But I feel pretty.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
so
no
pretty.
music
Oh, so
episodes.
pretty.
Can you feel
And
pretty
witty
further back from
today.
the mic? Feel pretty from back here when you're
You
loud.
fucking troll.
But I'm so charming.
There you go. That was way better.
All right. So that's a little taste of things to come and some fun stuff. But okay, Diego Pelissar, go there last night because they are really stepping up. I mean,
Say the name again.
Diego Pelissar.
I like that.
Where are they?
Okay. So here's more conspiracy. Not quite Lucy Sky level, but pretty conspiratorial.
Alameda and Federal.
There's Alameda and Federal, which is the one in Denver you go to. There's another one that is Colorado Wellness Center, also Diego Pelissar, but they don't have the name rights or
Yeah.
something. It's very strange.
It's weird.
My last experience, they had like 2 strains. It was like left or right. It was anyway. So go to the one on Federal and Alameda.
Yeah, they're always popping.
That's where I went.
You always walk out with something too.
Yeah, they have just such a huge selection, and it's all relatively well priced. It's
Definitely
it rewards you for being either a med member or an industry member for sure.
is that a med store too?
No, but they
I was
have.
gonna say.
But they'll give you the discount,
There
and
we
they
go.
have a couple
Oh.
of med edibles in that one case.
I wish I had known that.
Yeah,
Been there a
like
lot.
because they got a lot of like Coda and stuff, but then
Yeah.
if you go to the med case, it's like Coda 500 milligrams instead of
Yeah.
100. Which we got a nice Coda coffee and chocolate or coffee and donuts, which like it's not even a review. If you've watched the show, you know we fucking love that.
You just better fucking know what it is already.
Come to
It's that fucking
Colorado, go buy Coda coffee and donuts, and thank me
Yes.
later after you're done drooling.
Like
Um,
last night.
The next day.
The next day, especially if you eat the whole fucking bar.
good. If you can wake up.
Do
So
not eat a whole bar.
Diego Selection's
On your
kicking
first
it up
day
a
here.
notch. We get to the
Oh,
register.
definitely.
By the way, pro tip: Chase bank cards do not work at Diego. We found that out.
Why?
Most
Oh,
of
I know. Never mind.
It's that process of buying cryptocurrency with the okay. So like some places you can use the card not as an ATM, and essentially internally with them you've bought blank amount of cryptocurrency, which they can then take because they can bank in cryptocurrency as
Oh.
volatile as it is.
I've got a lot of people asking me, customer-wise, if they can use bitcoins or some shit, or cryptocurrency. Sorry.
No,
It's crazy. It's gonna happen one day, man.
Yeah,
we're moving that way.
private like privatizing money, I guess that's not privatizing.
Zuckerberg and Oracle have gotten together and they announced their own Bitcoin to be released by 2020, basically.
Oh, real
So
shit?
it'll
Now
be-
that
and
has me
it'll-
intrigued
and
because
it's going to back basically most of the transactions on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh wow.
So he's trying to basically decentralize and go to a crypto to get away from the taxation.
That's fucking crazy.
which might actually benefit people who use things like YouTube, Facebook, and all that. Like
For creators and producers, yeah, but I mean for the municipalities that they're utilizing, not so much.
well, yeah, I guess it's kind of like if one person
Like Apple and their $1 trillion.
Yeah.
everyone needs
Could've
to
put that back in.
decentralize, or everyone's fucked. You know, like if
Yeah.
one guy's doing it, it's good for him and his people, but everyone's fucked. So if we all do it,
We all do it.
then it's a different story. Anyway, that's
Exactly.
a different
Crazy
podcast
shit.
for
Squish,
sure.
squish the Fed. Fuck the Fed. No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's our
Which
different
brings
podcast.
it brings us back to smoking weed. Fuck the Fed. Till those assholes I wouldn't. You know what? Fuck decriminalization. Legalize it.
New York passed.
No, they dropped the ball. They actually dropped the ball legislation to
No way.
yeah.
They were
Basically,
working on.
they were working on trying to get recreational through the legislation, but then people were just screwing around to inhibit it, which are usually more of the Catholic Italians who want to keep that sin away. So
The only
make money
oregano
off
they
of it,
want is in their pasta, the spaghetti. Oh.
and they want to be able to make every
Sorry.
dime off of it illegally, which
I
they
am
do now.
a little high,
Yeah.
guys.
Damn. I didn't know that. I read the wrong article.
Well,
Yeah.
you just read an earlier one.
Well, no, I just know a lot of the other stuff. But Forbes said,
Yeah.
yeah, they basically the legislature they screwed around long enough that it's not going to come up this year. Just like Texas, they screwed around.
I was gonna
again.
bring up Texas. Yeah.
And it's just basically the old guard because they're still making money off of it through jails or fines.
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's
through-
totally Texas.
It's
It's
so
just a money-making
bad.
machine.
Texas is like the immovable rock and the or the immovable force and the unstoppable. Fuck it, you know what I'm talking
'Cause
about.
They make
Because
so much,
like
they make
they-
so much money off of it, and it's just easy money for these idiots
Yep.
instead of actually going after real crime like the abusive assholes and the
Oh, truly.
traitors and the
And
pedophiles.
you know Texas loves
But
money.
they employ most of those people and stuff, so they have to
It's-
go after the people who aren't them.
Texas loves their money a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And but
And it's
that's why I'm
easy
saying
money.
about them butting heads, because there's undeniably shit tons of money in cannabis, but at the same time there's shit tons of money in privatized prisons.
yeah.
But
Lot.
it's because old money has invested in it, and they don't want to take that money and invest in other things. I mean, our state of 5.5 million people have generated over $1 billion of revenue in the 5 years that we've been legal.
Mhm.
Texas has a population of like 35 million, so 7 times that. So we could assume that 7 times the revenue would come in. So in their first 5 years, they're looking at almost $3.5 billion. Not having to put up people for $500 a fucking day in a
Yep.
hotel or in a thing, not destroying all these families, not putting all these kids into fucking,
But
orphanages and shit because mommy and daddy are now in fucking Japan and shit over something stupid, usually over an unconstitutional bond by the judge, knowing that they're going to go into the prison that one of their friends owns and they make money off of.
Sounds like you've been
Which
through
is
this.
a long-winded version of saying they make money off of people going to prison. That's
Where they could be making money off of,
people not in prison.
not in prison.
Still able to pay taxes
I
and
think-
shit.
Yeah,
well,
and generating
the old
positively
conservative-
instead of generating negatively.
board members.
But that's why we change this shit and have the discussions, people.
So Texas, fuck you for starters. You're a dick. I can say that. I was born in you.
And fuck
Texas
you-
and New York, thank you for fucking it up so beautifully because the people will come here because we just got our tourism revenue numbers. We had 31 million people come here last year,
He just
generating
knows
over
his numbers.
$6.5 billion. Mostly because you two fucking idiots don't have pot.
So
So
real
where do they
quick,
come? Here.
Thank you.
Real
Thank
quick.
you, you
Real
fucking
quick,
morons.
Texas people. Did you know? Totally sidetracked. I don't give a fuck. Adopted or what do you call? Abandoned cats or whatever, stray cats. They just kill them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
yeah,
knew
they-
that?
Yeah.
What
we
the
knew.
fuck?
No, yeah, that's a thing. It's called euthanization.
Yeah.
Next podcast. Go ahead.
Wait,
No, Texas doesn't.
y'all don't do that?
Texas cares about their dogs. They don't really care about cats as much. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I mean, like I'm sure they're obviously individuals.
And that's why there's so many rats in politics.
Yeah, but really, fuck you, Texas. You had a chance with Beto. That's all I'm saying. You had your chance.
Yep.
He used to play with fucking members of the Mars Volta and at the drive-in. He was in bands with those guys. He skateboards. He loves Whataburger.
Okay.
He's punk as shit.
But does he like pot?
Huh?
Probably at one point.
No,
probably.
you know what?
He's
It doesn't
for
matter if he
decriminalization.
likes pot. He listens to people.
Jack
So
or
if
not
we
Jack.
like pot,
I believe he is pro decriminalization.
Jack
Awesome.
White's never
Awesome.
smoked pot.
really?
He's never smoked pot.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got that like Detroit work
I love him.
mentality though. He's just like, why could I smoke
Yeah.
pot when I could like reupholster this
No,
couch?
no, he's like, why would I
That's
do
what he
that when
does.
someone
I like
else is
that.
doing it?
That's
Did
all
you
I'm
hear?
gonna be- I'm gonna be OG and not do it like everyone else.
Well, okay, I don't want to talk about Jack White's
Let's talk about Jack
weirdness.
Black.
Oh, come
but
on, we could get
Diego
into the
Pelli
upholstery
started-
stories.
So to take it back to Diego Pelli, started to make the point that I never made because
Do they have a couch?
no.
They do have a turtle tank. Is it a turtle
It's an
tank?
alligator too.
Alligator. Oh, even cooler.
Yeah, they have an alligator tank. So they're doing this thing now. Like I said, they're not a med store. That was the point I was trying to make. But they have med products. They, I was getting in there and I was at the counter. They had this little sign and it's like listing all these benefits, like pretty much what you would see if you were a med member at a med dispensary. 5% off every purchase. You get like $1 or not $1, like a one $10 eighth a month. You get one $15 edible a month, which in my opinion is not really a deal. And then one
There's better options. that's
one
what I'm saying.
$1 eighth on your birthday, and then double raffles, and then you get, like I said, 5% off every purchase, and it's $100 a year. You pay them that, probably a one-time purchase. It's good for the year. For me, I don't know. Is that worth it? We'll see. I do like the fact that they're trying shit.
It sounds like we gotta do other dispensaries and compare.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
I
like where
didn't
we're
do
going
it.
with this. I like where you're going.
Yeah, I want to see if anyone knows of any other dispensaries doing a comparable program. Please message us. We'd love to find out and maybe check them out ourselves and see what that's about. It's kind of cool. I think. I just don't think that this particular rewards package is maybe worth $100 a year for me.
No.
I mean, I guess monetarily it might be. Maybe we'll do a thing where we add it up and then give you guys the stats and like, yeah, actually it is. Maybe it is like a $200 value.
Maybe we gotta go get one.
Maybe.
Or go, whatever. Sign up, whatever. I don't know how you do it. Write your name down somewhere. I don't know. How would
Yeah.
you? How do you do it?
You go in there, you tell them you
Just-
want to do it. They probably print you off some sort of card or they put your info in, and then you pay them the money, right?
You stick your face into this machine. It pulls your eyeball out and takes the DNA sample
Just
from
one.
the back of the retina core.
Scratch that bitch up.
So biometrics, they're like I said, Diego's trying new things. Biometrics, AI, Skynet, they're doing all.
Oh
of
my
these-
gosh.
Oh my god, I forgot about Skynet.
Thank you for bringing
What
that
are they
around.
doing?
No, they're certainly not doing anything like Lucy Sky. So to reiterate, let me kind of before we jump to our review here, Denver International Airport. You've been there. You've been on the train.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going there
Be
tomorrow.
careful, bro.
I'll
And
get
when
some-
you get
I'll
on
I'm
that
gonna get.
train-
I'm gonna go find that fucking elevator and show you guys.
When you get on that train, you're going to hear a
Yes.
voice, and that voice is going to tell you where you're going. And it's also going to be relaying secret messages to your brain.
Like-
That voice is the voice of Lucy Sky. It is the voice that tells you what terminal you're at. I swear to God, it is her. She's sending messages, and I don't know what they're about.
I thought it was Nolan Arenado.
No, that's
third
the other guy.
baseman for the
Hey there,
Rockies.
welcome to Denver, Colorado.
Oh
no
my
one else
God.
sounds like this.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
Dude,
there
that
too,
guy's
huh?
awesome. No, he's just great. He's unrelated.
He's not part of this at all.
He could be.
All right, so
He's
we
probably
don't,
the
we don't have a
president.
dab god to pray to, but like any other human, I'm lonely and need a reason to exist. So we're gonna pray to the concept of getting high. I need a song. That fridge not gonna. It's
It's
not
been a
gonna
while
open. We did that one last
It
time.
since I've been.
So how do I turn the light on now? Do I just lick my fingers and just grab the wires?
Well,
or
the
something?
the wires came apart, so we gotta work on that gag later.
Squish them together. Make them. Boop boop. Nope. Squish butts.
I
All right,
apologize.
it's
I apologize, viewers.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't apologize for shit.
What was that?
They knew what they were
What you
getting to.
got?
Oh my God,
Oh
what
my
is
gosh.
this?
Ooh.
What's up,
What is
boys
that?
and girls?
Looks sexy.
Got some oleo.
Tommy
Hey, when
P
you
wanted
hold
to
these
help you
wires
bad
together
boys
and
and
lick the
girls out
microphone,
today.
it does shock
What
you.
the fuck are you saying?
When you hold the wires together and lick your microphone, it does shock you.
You interrupted us for that?
Yeah,
Lee.
it's kind of fun.
What the fuck? We got oleo here, man. What
Okay.
is it?
Oh my God, it is pink milk. It is terp sugar,
What?
testing at 82.98%.
Pink
fuck is
milk.
that?
Is it
Now-
like strawberry?
I will say I was actually hoping to get their race fuel because I wanted something
Strawberry.
gassy, But
Here, do you want to open it first?
oh yeah, let's
Sure.
crack it open.
Yeah.
It's the usual affair. Classy
crap.
box.
Packaging is beautiful.
We love our Oleo boxes. We got a few of
Look at
them
the
here.
screen. It's a butt. It's a butt.
It's a heart
Or
butt.
testicles, whatever.
Anyway, take a look. If you want to throw it to that camera over there, show them the box and whatnot. Actually, why don't you crack it open to the
Show
camera?
them your box.
And I will narrate Paulito as he does it. Okay, look, he's showing you the box. There it is. There it is. Nice and open. Beautiful art. It's bluish and black. Oleo on the top. Stats on the side.
I don't like this packaging compared to their trippier ones.
Yeah,
The
it's
cracked edge,
it's more
whatever that
chill.
one
It's more chill than the other ones.
is. The wrapper.
So
No, that's
boutique
cute.
style paper on the wrapping, and if you look in the bottom, a little Oleo dabber, which I think we should use for just the kind of
Do
like
they put those in every
cleanliness.
box?
I think they do. I think they put an Oleo dabber at the bottom of every box. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my God. Show the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and take a dab off this lid. That's how
People
good
haven't
that
seen
shit is.
anything. Strawberry milk?
Strawberry
Pink milk, or what is it?
Strawberry milk, if I'm not right.
Oh, I thought you said pink
Maybe
milk.
Was it pink milk or?
Yeah.
You did it the first time, which I like more than strawberry milk, but it's
Strawberry milk
Strawberry
is
milk.
pink milk.
Oh, it's strawberry. milk.
Actually, shout out to Pink Milk on Instagram. She does cosplay. She's my friend Neocore. He does hardstyle dance music. But anyway, that's his wife there, and she does amazing cosplay and is quite the accomplished singer herself. So shout out to them. I will tag them in the post. Guys, we got a Facebook. That's
Hashtag
new.
pop.
Oh,
While I get this.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I said I wasn't gonna take a dab, but I might do taking a dab of this shit.
I got it in anticipation that this would be the dab you take.
I didn't know you had Oleo unless I wasn't listening.
It
which
was
sounds about
no,
right.
No, I didn't tell you. It was gonna be a surprise.
Oh well, you did very well. I was very shocked to see Oleo.
Look
was
at
looking-
that
I was
amber
looking-
fucking clearness.
I was looking into your eyes.
Much the same actually. I share my eyes sometimes share many characteristics with good dabs. It's because I dab so much. I'm becoming a dab myself.
Oh, hopefully not, dude. Shit.
Yeah, man. You guys are gonna have to start taking hits off me for the show. That'll be the show.
Oh my God.
You guys
No.
host and
Oh
just
my
like
God.
dip into my face
Please,
or
like-
something. And
We'll
take
just take it to another tasting and stuff, and just let them just clean you up. Here you go, guys. Go for it. Here's a blowtorch.
Here's a blowtorch.
Don't
Alright.
use the steel things with the 9-volt batteries I made earlier. He gets a little wee.
So some of you may be wondering, why did Paulito heat the nail up so much? We're doing a nice fresh live dab. Well, he did that because I had a dirty nail and we were just trying to get the shit off of it. So what I'm doing here is wasting time a little bit so that nail will cool off.
I just like being on camera.
Yeah, you're precious. Hey, it's 360. You're on camera all the time.
All around.
You're in every camera.
Can't see my eyes over here.
I don't know.
That shit better tastes like strawberry.
And milk.
Well, that. No, that. I like milk though.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's like a strawberries and cream kind of effect.
Cigarettes and chocolate milk. How
Holy
was it,
cow,
sir?
guys. I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Please. All right, Beans. I know you just jumped up here, but I need you.
If you
to
sit
for
there,
a
you
second.
take the dab.
To
You gotta take
go.
a dab. Either you gotta take a dab.
So on
Beans,
this
or-
episode, we're gonna teach you all how to get your pets high.
No,
The correct answer is don't.
Yeah, don't.
Don't.
Oh, now he laid.
Oh,
Here's what I've learned about
damn
dogs.
it, Beans.
If your dog wants to get high, your dog will get high.
Yeah, they'll
Right.
hang out.
Yeah, they will sit in your lap while you smoke a J.
Moose
Like
hangs out.
I knew Labrador retrievers that would
Beans-
just
Beans hang out sometimes. A lot of labs love to hang out.
yeah, labs will sit and just like they'll follow the joint. They'll sit next to whoever has it.
You'll hear
Whereas
them.
Yoda
No.
will tolerate.
You'll hear
being
them
around it.
breathe. Like,
But mostly Yoda will just walk off. He'll be like, guys, I can't handle this peer
He's like,
pressure.
I
I'm
don't
going
do
to my
drugs.
own room.
He's a snob.
my roommate's dog Simon will just sit there, and you can just hear that fucker just like.
That
Yoda-
dog, the
It's
dog
like,
taking like mean
Fucking A,
ambient
dude! It's
hits.
a small room. Quit sucking the air out. 2 big people in here, dog. Come on.
That's called a canine ambient hit.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking good old.
CAH.
What are you looking at?
Oh my God, isn't Yoda precious?
What does that taste
So
like, bro?
precious.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got distracted by the dogs.
Preciousness.
We got to review this shit.
Oh my God.
Did it taste like strawberries?
Strawberry milk. Okay, so I've never gotten a real strong strawberry flavor from anything. Or like ever tasted.
There's a lot of shit I don't really get strong flavors from.
Yeah, but
You know
like
what I mean?
there's certain stuff like limeade's always the easiest one to taste. So on and so forth. But this one, it was just so fresh. It's like the freshest
Oh, I
fucking
know what you
dab.
mean.
Terpy as hell. I'd have to take a couple more hits to get real high-minded about it, but you should let's fire you up a small one. dude.
Yeah, let's do a small one.
Oh my goodness.
Can you
High-minded.
oppose what Thomas just said, or
How did
can
you
you
like it?
agree, or
Yeah, it's got a little lemonine.
lemony? This isn't lemon milk. They put the wrong
Little-
packaging in.
No, I mean most of your limeade's gonna pop up a lot. Or lemony. No, limene.
Limonene. It's
Limonene.
limonene.
Yeah, you gotta help us with that stuff. We don't remember
You
all of it.
really tripped me up just now saying this. In my head, I couldn't put the words together.
But
It tastes like the entrails of my fallen.
So
I mean,
did it
so like-
taste citrusy?
Sorry.
if you not really, no, I wouldn't say citrusy at all. I would say he's right about kind of a lime hint, but
Little
like
bit.
it's not citrus lime.
Not
It's like the
citrusy,
smell
it's
of
kind
lime.
of like a piney, citrusy kind of thing.
But like when you breathe out your nose, the piney
Yep.
stuff comes out.
I learned that from you.
Yeah.
I
You-
did not know
you
And
that.
I learned that from coffee.
You ever walk
people.
into a pine tree while eating an orange?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Comparable.
Every other Sunday.
Very comparable. We might have to put that as a review on Leafly.
I do
Which-
that often because people do not know how to prune their freaking trees around the sidewalks.
They really don't, actually.
Oh, it does have a little lemony lime.
Yeah.
Lemonine.
Okay, so I'm not having some
Limonene.
kind of
So
weird
we
thing
just
going on.
remembered
Lemon.
something.
I am having some
Real
kind of
quickly,
weird
that's
thing
like lemon
going
G if you guys.
I
Lemon G.
smell it.
Ooh, I have had lemon
That
G.
tastes just like lemon G.
So I'm gonna. It's a thing we've done before. I just wanted to bring it back for this episode, just see how it goes. Strawberry milk.
on. Oh God, which catalog of wrongness are you looking for this time?
Let me see the container.
Oh no, there's nothing evil happening here. I like reading reviews
I do
on
too.
Leafly about about certain.
But now Leafly
So the
knows
closest
where
thing
we're
I
doing
found-
it too.
Just Google even.
So the yes, I'm 21. So the only one I found was strawberry milkshake, which I can assume is they just didn't put milkshake.
They
or
forgot
whatever.
the shake.
Let's skip all the stats because those are related. Okay, this says. Well, I will say it says strawberry, sweet, and berry. I will say maybe berry, definitely not strawberry.
Not strawberry at all. No.
Okay,
It's a
so
lemon berry.
A2DAJ420 says it was, and that was 3 stars.
Oh my gosh.
Connoisseur 81 says distinct taste with pungent undertones upon inhalation, almost a gas pack. It's good.
I used to read reviews all the time and believe some. MMJ, you guys specifically, got some of the worst. I'm happy for that.
Oh,
And,
that's oh, is that weed review MMJ or is it
One-
like store reviews?
Store review. Fuck you guys. There was a guy who put 5 stars, but his paragraph was just shit talking all of us. Like called a lot of people out and shit, yada yada. But he gave us 5 stars.
Hmm.
I thought that was hilarious. That's my
Yes.
fucking story.
Because people read the 5 stars.
He was so fucking high, he didn't know which way to go with it. Went the other way.
Thank you.
It's like, oh, you gotta fill them all to get to 1 or 0.
All right, and since we had gelato, I'm gonna read a couple.
Gelato's good too. Gelato's gassy as fuck.
I like it when they just have ridiculous I almost don't like the good ones, like the reviews that are like actually really well thought out. I like the like ridiculous ones that in no way convey anything.
Fucking Yelp reviewers.
Okay, here we go. This is Urzi from 3 years ago, in fact.
People need to change their names.
He gave 4 stars. He says, I know it's an odd statement to make, but this strain made me feel good, but not in the way it made me feel good about myself. There should be another label for strain ratings.
Should not.
Raises self-esteem. This would be my first vote.
Should try to say that in South Park voice. You were almost there.
What South Park voice?
It's just a South Park voice.
There are numerous.
Do an Eric Hona.
I can't do Eric.
They're all the
Trey,
same.
I like to leave it
I
to the
can't think of
gods.
it.
You know the
For sure.
yeah.
Fair.
They,
That guy was-
they stand alone. You know what I'm saying?
Hail Satan.
So
Hail
it
Satan.
made him feel good about himself?
So yeah, no, it was grammatically really bad. Sorry, I was raised in Texas. So it was grammatically poor, and it was because he was probably stoned off his ass writing it. Oh well, that is
That'd be funny if you're getting high as fuck from the product you bought, and then you write a really bad review of that, but you're high as shit writing it. Like, where do you get
But
off?
you really love it.
Yeah, where do you get off?
I think we need to write a review right now, so it's posted so people can see.
okay.
You writing a review? Yes.
Yes.
That's the most boring part of the show, everyone.
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
we
not,
keep it interesting.
Because I have 4 people to talk while I'm doing stuff.
There's only 3 of us.
Oh.
Let's learn how to count.
Oh,
But
well,
he's right.
This
At
There's
least you're
3 of
still
us.
talking.
That's all right. I really like the background.
It was a
of this.
cold Sunday morning,
There you go. That's
and I
the voice you
imbibed
use.
your latest strawberry kush lemony haze. I felt undertones of lemon strawberries hitting me in the face with a testicle.
But
are
how
you
does
That
channeling?
it?
sounds like
how-
Stan's, or that sounds
Is that
like
Cartman?
No, that's Scott Malkinson. I'm Scott Malkinson. I have diabetes.
Oh my
God.
god.
I have diabetes.
How does it make you feel?
It made my diabetes go away.
Oh, wow.
For
Clearly,
once, I
Lee
could-
is fucking high.
For once, I could go outside and feel the magic of the sun spray down on my face.
Oh.
It was a cold Tuesday day on Sunday.
Oh my god, you are so creepy.
I love it.
Do you want to come over and play with my
Oh
doll?
my god, that's weird when you look at me in the eyes and say that.
Do you, well,
Whenever
do you
you
want to
say
come
that-
over and play with the man's dolls?
Come
No, I
touch,
don't like when you say it.
touch my Barbie. Come touch
Where
my
did
Barbie.
you touch the Barbie? Point on the doll where you touched it.
Oh,
she was happy.
no.
She was happy.
You are
All right, guys.
you
we
are
are
just like
in.
MMJ's customers.
I made you
Oh.
happy like my dolls.
So we have the gelato as flour.
Oh, yeah, Lee
We
loves
smoked
dolls.
it.
He does love dolls. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, so we need to.
Those
do-
are action figures.
I
Those
need
are
teamwork here,
licensed
assholes.
action figures. We went to Mile High yesterday.
Dickheads, focus up.
Hey, you said you needed filler. That was filler.
Yes,
True.
filler, not the rest of the show.
Well, yeah.
All right, help me pick fucking effects.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
what do we need?
So aroused, creative, energetic, euphoric, focused, giggly, happy, hungry, relaxed, sleepy, talkative, tingly, uplifting, anxious, dizzy, dry eyes, dry mouth, headache, paranoid. Fuck
Gig-
you.
Wait, I didn't hear
giggly,
that. Can you go through that
y'all-
one more time?
Okay.
I felt
Y'all are
easy
definitely
like
giggly
the
and
boys.
talkative.
But we also smoked a bunch of other stuff. I'm hitting aroused,
What? Aroused?
aroused,
Easy,
giggly,
like Sunday morning.
Talkative.
and dry eyes.
Talkative.
It doesn't count. We're on a
Dry-
fucking podcast. I'm supposed to be talkative.
Dry eyes is on there.
Talkative.
We're gonna give it a 10. And okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm
Sorry?
gonna hit the button here that does speech to talk, and we're gonna talk about this strain and just post it.
Oh my god.
Here we go. That shit was hot fire. I would gladly smoke it on my deathbed. Paulito here has a bad case of the grumps. He boofed a nug of this and has been smiling ever since.
Gassy as fuck.
Gassy as fuck, both in consistency, smell, and effect.
Preach.
Preach.
Over and out.
Post.
This has been a Midnight Safety Meeting review.
Perfect.
For the West Memphis 3, right?
Okay.
Hail Satan.
I thought they
I'll
did
say-
that. I thought they did that.
Put them back in, take them out, make them free again.
No, man, that's a shitty place.
Is that in the review?
And that's the review, guys. So go ahead and hop on over to Leafly, look up gelato, and you will see the Midnight Safety Meeting review there.
Please review the review.
Yeah, please review our review.
Comment on it.
Also, oh no shit, guys. Okay, Dabbing Granny just went live on Instagram, and we can request to be part of her thing. Do it right
do it.
on the outro. Do you want to see if we can talk to Dabbing Granny?
Let's do it.
Sure. See if we can put it on the big screen.
I don't have that kind of technology.
Wait,
No.
so we're requesting to be on her live video? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I have to try another dab of this.
Do it. Fire it up.
Do 2 of those. We're all stoning on the phone.
I'm still not quite easy like Sunday morning.
I want everyone to know I was about to torch this with this. I'll just sit there forever.
That'd be slow.
Oh my goodness. Hello from the other side. Okay, so she's smoking up right now. Let me get that. Say hi to Dabbing Granny, everyone.
Hi, Dabbing Granny. All of mine are dead.
She's talking about her pieces right now. I want to. She's got more freaking stuff than anyone. I wish I could.
Oh.
That's not. I don't think. Nah, there's man, that's a good question. Who
She has so many pieces. It's like every episode's a
has
new
the
piece.
most
It's
pieces?
awesome.
Oh, there goes along.
I'm looking at her right
Dude, she
now.
can take one to the dome.
That's the thing. She can take a lot of shit.
She could smoke. I really think she could smoke any of us under the table. I think so too.
It says don't fuck with Brittany.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Electric! Shout out to everyone going to Electric Forest. How do I ask to join?
So all you people listening or watching, this is what we do upstairs. This is what we do downstairs.
Yeah,
That's what we all
so-
do in our room.
I was hoping I'd be able to get her
This is a-
attention and see if she'd let us on. We'll try it next time. Lee's finishing up the last dab of the day for the show, at least. I plan to be way higher later. I want to thank you all for hanging out while Lee is exhaling and whatnot. Tell you to hop over to our Instagram, check out our Facebook. We have that now. I will do my best to be active on it, but you're probably going to be dealing with Stifler most of the time. So Facebook's cool. We'll be posting things on that. Hop onto the Instagram, like and follow our stuff. We have a lot of fun stuff from like Mile High Comics, which you'll be seeing more content from that location. And then we are developing a Patreon. I'll tell you right now, go ahead and avoid it for a minute. We're working on the tiers. I don't want you going to it really until we have something to give you back, something specific for you. We're working on some really fun stuff, like really personal stuff, personalized stuff. No personal stuff. We're going to tell you our problems, and you're going to pay us.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're doing that. We'll have some Amazon affiliate links firing up pretty soon, so you can buy some of the, odds and ends that you see on the table. And we're giving away, I fucking repeat myself, I can't say it enough, free, unopened Overwatch figurines straight from Denver Comic Con, or I'm sorry,
Free people.
Denver Pop Culture. Denver Pop Culture Con. So yeah, I can scream into my mic a little more because it's a slightly bigger mic. I apologize for setting a bad example.
I haven't yelled in so long.
I know, you're doing so good. So we got three of those unopened. We have 3 independent trade comics from various artists, and I think most of them are volume 1.
Jonesy?
We have signed posters, cards, stickers. This is a giveaway, okay? Literally message us, hit the DMs on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Please go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe. That is probably the most, if you do anything, do that. That would help the most, I think, because we really want to get those subscribers up so we can start working with different people in the industry. So there's kind of a lot of them are into the concept, so we've always been transparent here. A lot of them are into the concept, but the thing ends up always coming to, well, how many followers do you have? And it's understandable. If they want to take the time out of their days and talk with us, to lend us stuff, to give us product, to give us money, they want to know that someone is going to see what we're doing for them, which is understandable. So really, if all you got in your heart is to do one click, make that click the subscribe button, and you've done a great service to us. And you'll get to see whenever we're doing something fun or buffoonery. Sometimes I skate around and that's a video. That's a good time. So please, DM us. We will send you this stuff. We will find odds and ends, old packaging without weed in it, of course.
You carrying that camera around on your board is for people who can't skateboard, so they feel like they're skateboarding.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah,
Big
so
bring 'em
we will
down.
send you literally, just talk to us. You've seen the set. What do you want from the table? If we can send it, we will. You'd be our first interaction, our first giveaway, so we're gonna treat you right. We'll probably be a little clingy too, since you're our first. Anyway, this has been a wonderful and mildly inappropriate meeting. Thank you for attending the Midnight Safety Meeting. We'll see you on the next one. Meeting adjourned.